So you've come here for the truth. Well, we've got the truth and nothing but the truth. Here are your hosts, Robert A. Bianchi and David J. Bruno.
Welcome to WMTR Radio's Nothing But the Truth with your hosts, Bob Bianchi and Dave Bruno, every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. on the radio. Podcast dropping on Wednesday. Dave, we got an amazing guy. You got him. You brought this talent to us. I'm really looking forward to the pre-interview, which was really amazing. Great guy. Why don't you introduce our next new guest?
Yeah, no, I had the privilege of meeting Jay down in Miami. We were at some Bitcoin and cryptocurrency stuff, and that's where I first linked up. But what a privilege, really, to be following Jay. Because, look, we do a lot of social media, and we're trying to stay on trend. And I think, honestly, guys, go find Jay Jaye's stuff, because there's no better reels and TikToks and short-form video out there than Jay. Just all the effects that he puts in, and it's top rate without a doubt. The go-to for branding, Jay Jaye is founder at Ace of Spades Agency, PR, and social media. And he's got over 57 million views on YouTube, verified on Facebook and Instagram, and he has spoken in over 30 countries. Jay is a true expert in building personal brands. It is such a pleasure to have you on, Jay. Thanks for coming on Nothing But the Truth.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Well, let's give the people nothing but the truth today about how to really stand out from the competition and how to position them as the go-to in this space and how to get paid more money. We want clients faster. We want cash flow faster so we can have the choices. And I would love to really share and really give you the peek behind the camera on how to really build it the right way. I'm not a big fan of like giving people hype and hope. Like, I'm going to tell you the exact things that I use, that I help my clients use to be able to really stand out in this very noisy marketplace, right? Because as they say, guys, attention is the new currency. And, you know, just to get someone's attention, keep it, and then move them to something is like, that's really challenging, because half of the thing that you have to come back to is what is the why behind doing this? Mm-hmm. What is the reason that you are showing up on TV, that you're creating content? Because at the end of the day, if you don't get clear on that and actually honest with yourself, you will feel like you're jumping around all day, doing stupid things online. Like, why am I doing this? You have to come back to the core. And I think a lot of people, especially I work with professionals. I don't work with entertainers, athletes, artists. I work with very unsexy businesses, unsexy industries, which I love because they're easier to make them pop. Right. Lawyers, plastic surgeons, accountants, loan officers, realtors, construction companies. And I always tell them, I say, guys, like, we have to be clear, like, what is the why from this? And once you understand that, then the method to the madness will make sense.
Yeah, give me an example of that. I mean, like, for example, I would, if I were your client, I guess you or your team would try to find what's your why piece to it, and then you build a strategic plan around that. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, correct. So most people want two things, right? Most people want clients and cash flow. No one's ever said, you know, anything different. Then a second question I'd probably ask you is like, what's more important for you right at this moment, income or impact? Really important. If you say impact, then we can go more holistic. We can do things that don't require money straight away. But if you're like, Jay, I just want better quality clients paying me more money, then we go, okay, we need to fix it by doing two things. We need to get your messaging in check. What do you exactly do, guys? Yeah, we're lawyers. Yeah, but what kind of lawyers? What exactly do you do for people? Messaging and positioning. Positioning, when people see you with higher authority, higher credibility, they pay you more money. You guys even mentioned to me on the show before that because you're on television all the time, you can command a higher fee because people have perceived you as experts. They see you on television. You and I both know that you guys are lawyers. You probably aren't the best lawyers, right? There's probably someone better than you. No. However, it doesn't matter because you're seen on a high pedestal from a media organization who's saying, these are the experts. Mm-hmm. Now you can say that's why we double our fee.
Yeah, I think that one of the issues that we have, at least in our profession, I'm sure it's the same everywhere else, is that, actually, I'll challenge you a little bit. I believe our credentials as New Jersey Supreme Court certified criminal trial lawyers, former prosecutors, we get very frustrated when there are very good marketers out there that don't have the same work dynamic, the same policies, procedures, and there's no honor in not having eyeballs on what it is we do. I think I speak for many, and I know we speak for us. Getting out to the right client and them understanding your value is a challenge in a world where there's lots of people that say they can do things that they really can't. How do you How do you get there?
Yeah. So you know what sells you better than yourself? Like testimonials and results. I am crazy on when I work with anybody. I want to come on the website and I want to see hundreds of testimonials. I want to see hundreds of video testimonials. I want to see awards. I want to see so much kind of, wow, these guys have been in the game for so long that there is not one speck of doubt that you're not the right people for them to go to. Mm-hmm. Now it comes down to, if you're the right people, it's really going to come down to two things: whether financially they can afford you, or secondly, if there's a connection. Mm-hmm. Like, do they like you? Do you like them? So I agree with you. The problem with a lot of people is that they're not that great. That's why they spend a ton of money on marketing or like cheap ways to get attention, because their results aren't that good, so they have to use other ways. But imagine if you were that good with the right team behind you to uplift it, you're a killer. I'm coming in and shaking the industry. I'm giving deliverables, I'm giving guarantees, I'm giving a holistic approach, and I'm telling people the truth. I'm like, that's not good. You don't need a Forbes article right now. You need more Google reviews. A Forbes article is only going to shine up more than you got 3 reviews for the last year.
Yeah.
No PR firm wants to do that. Oh, hey, give us 15 grand a month. Yeah, we'll get you in press. Yeah, no, they don't need that. They need to fix what people can see already, right? Have you Googled your CEO recently, Mr. Company? Your CEO has his hand around a woman 3 years ago at a Facebook party. What kind of message does that send when you're trying to convey trust? Like, this is the magic behind PR. It isn't just what you say, it's what people feel, what they think about you, what they read about you. And all it takes is one thing. People like, you know what? I think I'm going to go back to the other place because I'm not a huge fan of them, but at least I know I can trust them.
Yeah.
Really, I love you bringing up the Google reviews, because, that was something that we never focused on. We never went out to get.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm a big storyteller, right? Hence being a magician. So people don't remember facts, they remember stories. So gentlemen, let's say all of us are 270 pounds. Let's say we're big boys. And we decided, hey guys, today's the day. I'm going to do this for my family. I'm going to do this for my wife, my kids. I'm going to lose the weight. We all go to the gym. We get the trainer. We get the protein powder. We get the best equipment, Equinox. We all of us train for 3 months, and one of us trains for 1 day. And after 1 day, you say to me, it didn't work. I'm still fat. What would you and I do with each other? We'd laugh at you, right? Mm-hmm. We'd think you're crazy.
Yeah.
We'd think you're stupid. That's what people do with their brand. That's how people treat when they're growing a business. That's how people treat when they're growing a social media presence. They do think one time, 1 week, 1 month, and they're like, it didn't work. I'm like, how dare you assume that it doesn't work? You haven't given it enough consistency. Have you really done it properly? And like, for me, and the reason I'm so passionate about this, once again, coming back to, I can speak from experience. When I did YouTube, right, in 2009, it took me 3 years at 2 videos a week to get trajectory. Now it's 57 million views, 150 countries. It took me 3 years, 2 videos a week before any change. Right. That's a lot of videos. That's a lot of paying editors. That's a lot of time with no return, no money, no nothing. So I think to your question is, a lot of people don't do things long enough to know what's going to work. And also they're just throwing things at a wall because some guy on social media told them to do this. Or one lawyer said, I get 50 clients a month by posting on TikTok. Well, hang on a second there. You guys want to talk about the truth? Did he? 1. Is he lying? 2, is he using ads to help him? He didn't say that, right? Is he using some kind of trick or something else, some kind of software that's helping him? See how people aren't giving the whole truth? They're saying the marketing message. One guy in Denver is a lawyer going, you know what? I could do TikTok. He starts jumping around on TikTok. After 3 months, maybe it doesn't work because he hasn't got all the information.
Yeah, I think that a big thing is that if you knew that you had a plan and here are the deliverables, I mean, I would feel this way. And Bob, just hang in there and just do this, and we're going to tweak and modify. I feel like it's always thrown up against the wall. We have all this content, and I just feel like it's just randomly going out there without a focused plan. But listen, Jay, hold on one second. This is WMTR Radio's Nothing But the Truth with Bob Bianchi, David Bruno, every Saturday at 10:30. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back on the other end because Jay alluded to it, but, he's not just a great entrepreneur and helping people out in his business, but he started his career, and one of the things he did is a magician, which is pretty interesting. We'll be right back.
At the Bianchi Law Group, our team of former prosecutors and certified criminal trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and domestic violence cases. When you need a law firm with courage, compassion, and the commitment to fight for you, call the Bianchi Law Group today.
All right, welcome back to WMTR Radio's Nothing But the Truth with Bob Bianchi, Dave Bruno. 2 lawyers doing a show about mindset, Dave. We got Jay with us. We're in between the commercial break, dropping lots of wisdom on us.
I'll tell you what, engagement is critical in this conversation as well. Not only do you have these things in the video itself, but once people start commenting and once the conversation happens surrounding that particular media, that's what I've seen where some of our stuff has gone viral and watching others, right? Jay, the conversation continues underneath, and then these platforms think that this is hot and it needs to be pushed.
Yeah, guys, what I would recommend for you, if I can share, what I would say is I would be the first people to comment on a news trending story, right? This is what we do for television, right? You guys know in TV. Yeah. But if you can jump on a story before the media reaches out to you to go on their show, right? Bob, you can be like, I just saw Trump say this. This is going to be crazy because you're a commentator on every topic, instead of the one that TV people give you because they think it'd be a good fit. I can help you with this, but if you can figure out how to turn what you guys do with your expertise and make it to any topic, you will have every reason to go viral. You may be going viral all the time. Let's say a restaurant burns down. This is like improv in LA. Like Groundlings is the company where everyone goes to be improvisation. If you guys can get creative, okay, go on news.com, see what's coming down the story and go, how could I switch this to, how could I talk about this and relate this back to my business? Give it a shot, put it out there. And then have a strong perspective on things without being yourself, but you need to have a strong perspective on things. And now in 2023, the reason why podcasts are beating television shows, the reason why television shows, traditional media are scared of podcasts is because the virality effect, is because there's no rules. There's no director. You can get online and basically say whatever you want. And 3, you can lean into your perspective. You're allowed to lean so much in, and that's what people want. They want to hear you say, women should not be allowed to drive. Oh, well, hang on. Whoa. People love this stuff. Oh no, how could he say that? Or women should never pay on a date. Controversial topics that people lean into with their perspective, that is how you can get stuff going on. So if you guys wake up every day and literally, this is how quickly look at it. Okay, shoot it. Let's just shoot it. Boom, put it out there. You do that on repetition, you're going to see some change.
All right, let's talk about old timers again, okay? So you shoot that video. Oh, that's the easiest thing for me and Dave to do in the world. But then you got a TikTok, you got Twitter, you got Facebook, you got LinkedIn, you got to post it, you got to wait, you got a hashtag, you got to put people's handles in. Do you recommend people do that themselves or a team of people do it for them?
No. That's why I get a cleaner. That's why I have a chef. That's why I don't want to waste my time. My opportunity cost, if we're going to talk business, what's your opportunity cost per hour?
Right.
If it's more than if you're not making more than 20 an hour, then maybe maybe you shouldn't be in the position you're doing. You should go back to a normal, like a normal 9 to 5 job that pays you more than that. So if your time is worth more than $20 to $25 an hour, right, then pay a team to do that. Like if anyone's wondering, you could pay a team anywhere from $2,500 to max $5,000 a month to run your social media, right? $3,500 is a good number just for someone half decent. $3,500, all you do is you shoot the content, you upload it to a drive file, 1-2 button, shoot the video, I like it, press the button, you're done. You never have to worry about doing anything anymore. You just need to give them the content. And I think you're so right. Where most people struggle with is because it's so much. I have to do this. You don't need to do that anymore. Like let someone else do that for you.
I recently reached out to Jay too, because as you know, I'm very impressed with the reels that he's putting out. And I say, hey Jay, who does your reels? And he said, we do, on staff, my business. This is what we do. So luxury that Jay has is he has everybody on staff. But for those like us, certainly we need some help.
Well, and you know what? One thing I do as well, like a lot of clients will say, hey, if I just sent you the videos, could you like edit them for me and pay me? And I'm like, no. And they said, why? I said, because there's a magic of what I do to bring out the best version of you when we shoot it. You will never be as good if I'm actually sitting with you and train you and actually coach you on how to get that message out. It's different for you guys. You guys are pros, but most people aren't that good. So I tell people to fly in, come to Miami. Who doesn't want to come to Miami to come and hang out, right? Give me half a day. I'll get 2 months of content. You just show up. That's it. We'll upload everything. And you know, the coolest thing is they wake up and it's like a fun, oh, wow, that video looks great. Like it's done. It's automatic.
Yeah. That's an amazing service. So, wow, there's so many things I want to ask you about. So in other words, that's the way, talk to us. Somebody comes to you, they hear this podcast, they hear the radio show, they love what you're saying. How do you bring a client in and tell us what the client should expect from your team?
Yeah, so I want to get really clear on there. Like, I want to find out what the real problem is, right? I'm sure you guys deal with this as well. Like, I think this is the biggest. You talked about before, like, why do I think I'm better, or why people choose me? I'm not trying to close you on the first call. Like, yeah, we all love to be the guy. Before we get into this, right? Let me get to know you a little bit. Like, what drives you? Why are you here? What do you want to do? Where's the bigger vision here? Assuming they're at a place where financially they're okay and they're ready to go to that next level, I'm always like, first thing we need to do is we need to give you phase 1 PR. Phase 1 PR is usually about 10K. It's one time. And my job and the team's job is to dial in everything. When people Google your name, everything looks trustworthy, or everything needs to be deleted that doesn't look good. From your social to your LinkedIn, to your Google presence, to your reviews, to your testimonials, to your website. How many people always say when I go to check their website, they're like, oh, we haven't updated it in 4 years. I'm like, you already know what you need to do, and you still haven't done it. Do you think people are going to give you a second chance when they Google you and your website's like 9 years old? The photo of you is like 30 pounds lighter, couple of shades lighter, right? You're with a different partner. Like, it's the most simplest thing sometimes. So I want to just come through as a holistic approach and be like, fix this. Let's get you in some press. Let's revamp the message about you. Let's get you on a television show. Let's get you on a podcast. Let's get all of your happy clients in videos and put them on the website. So now in about 30 to 45 days, we'll give you a whole facelift. We're going to give you a whole digital presence facelift. So now you can go out to market and be like, yo, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is why we're the best. This is our case studies. Here's our client testimonials. Here's our reviews. So that's what I tell people. Spend 10 to 25 grand, right? We have some bigger packages. One time, fix it. Then what's the next play? Do you want to go like you guys? Do you want to do TV? Do you want to do social? Do you want to go more speaking on stages? Hey, do you want me to show you how to actually build a course so you can make $10,000 to $50,000 a month by working less? We help people monetize their expertise too. So everybody has a different way of like, what do you want to do? Do you want to work 70 hours a week for the next 10 years, or do you want to work 7 but make more money? I don't know.
Yeah. So Jay, talk to me a little bit about monetization. How, I mean, I'm looking at it being a lawyer, or if you're a doctor, I mean, you have information that people are thirsting for.
Yeah, most people, man, like after we do PR, people want to make money, right? Of course, like, hey, man, I'm giving you this money, you know, it's great, but like we show me how to monetize rather than me having to work more hours to get more clients or to make more money. Like physicians deal with this problem all the time, right? So it's like they usually think more hours, more people on the chair, more dollars. That's not realistic. Like there's only a certain amount of hours you can wait, you can work. And then, oh, let me get another doctor in. Then let me open up another office. It's that model is flawed. I'm like, hey, listen, there are at least 7 types of monetizational strategies that you can bring in more money, right, by working less. First one that everybody should be doing, you should be coaching. Right now, before everybody goes, well, I don't want to be Tony Robbins. I don't want to be this. Let me just run with me for a second. Everybody that looks at you, whether you've asked or not, they want to learn from you. They want to actually, how is he being able to do that? You guys probably have lawyers right now that are like, hey, how do I get to where you guys have got? People will pay you $10, $20, $50, $100,000 for you to literally give them the blueprint and coach them through it. So coaching is a great strategy. Now, how you structure that, how much involvement, we can help you with that, or that can be done. But coaching is great. Consulting is another thing. So coaching is your job is to push them through their fears and pains. Consulting, I'm sure you guys have done it. Consulting is where you sit back a little bit and give someone a plan. Hey, you know, Bob, we're currently doing, 85 a month. We want to get to 150. We're opening up in a store. Can you give me, what strategies should I recommend? Okay, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. Come back to me. That's consulting. Courses are incredible. Courses are great. You shoot a course one time, you teach people something, they keep paying for it. And you only have to show up one time. So it's that whole make your money while you sleep thing. So one thing we would do is figure out, okay, what does your market want? Or what are you really good at and what problem does it solve? Oh, okay, great. Let's put that on video. Let's market that. Now people will spend $200, $300, $400 for a video course. They can do it and watch it at their own time. But hey, if it's $300 and you do 10 of those a day, that's $1 million a year. It's a lot of money.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Pure profit.
That was 1 and 2. How about some others? I love the conversation. You said coaching number 1, consulting number 2.
Courses, okay, so that's 3. Speaking is incredibly powerful. Speaking has a really magic part because you get to share a message. It's very impactful. It's very, you can really move a lot, move people a lot because you're on stage. A lot of people struggle with it because it's the number 1 fear of the world. But if you're okay with speaking, you could be paid everywhere from 5 to kind of 15,000 per event before you go celebrity status. But there are conferences that want to learn how you guys were able to build your business. Hey, let's hire you, pay you 10 grand plus first class to stand on a stage in Houston. We have our conference this year. We'd love to get a keynote speaker, or we'd love to get you to a workshop. Speaking is really great. And the greatest thing about speaking is it gives you the best chance to get clients because it has ultimate authority. It has ultimate status. You're on a stage with 500 people, 50 people looking at you, looking up at you, looking at you and going, oh, that's the expert. And people always come up after how can I work with you? Right? So if you have your booth or a couple of girls or your team there, enrolling people, you can get business very quick. And I would even recommend anyone who doesn't know how to get on stages, go and buy. This is what I do with clients. We negotiate a booth plus a stage performance. So most conferences will have 5 grand, 10 grand, 20 grand for a booth. I'll call them up and say, hey, listen, what's the best deal? Here's the deal. But I also we'll pay the booth fee, but I want him to have 8 minutes on stage, 15 minutes. I'm cheeky. I'll be like, I want 30 minutes on stage. Most of the time they say yes. So now you've paid 20 grand, right? Maybe 25 plus travel with your staff, but you get 30 minutes on stage. That's powerful stuff. Now you're advertising, you pay 25 grand to speak on stage, plus you have the booth to enroll. You could probably walk out of there with 150, 100 grand. Even if you make it make it just flat, make it back. You're better. Now you got all these leads.
Amazing. And I reflect on this, okay? One more association, one more seminar. I was down in Miami, all right? I get to Miami at elevator night with Brian Rand. And from elevator night, I end up in a car with Jay Jaye, Brian Breach on the show, Brian Rand on the show, and Melitza, who's coming on the show in a couple weeks. You know, it is unbelievable. Look, I went down there to just listen to some crypto stuff, and I made, 4 or 5 friends for life, one of them being Jay Jaye, delivering value in flow. And really, there's something to be said to putting yourself out there and just do it. Just do it. Take action, right, Jay? Isn't that what we're talking about? Taking action?
Yeah, so the way to close David, Bob, is just get him in a car with 4 people.
Right?
Well, 4 of the right people. That helps too.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes people know what they need to do. I've been to so many conferences and seminars, and this one guy got up on stage one day, and you know him, David, Alex Amosi, and he said,
"Yeah,
I don't even know why I'm here. You guys know what you need to do. Like, really? You know what you need to do." And everybody went, "You're right. We do. We don't need more information. We just need to take action." And there's so much magic behind that statement. Like, even me, I'm like, hey, what other information can I get? I'm like, no, I just need to actually get to work,
Consistency too. You hit on it earlier, especially when it comes to these social media posts and things. You're not going to see ROI immediately, but you got to be consistent to build up the following and create that message.
That's what I'm talking about. Strategy. That's PR though. That's still how do you relate to the public. You just went from, listen to this, right? You just went from possibly committing to 15 hours a month for 3 hours, for 15 hours a month, maybe for 3 months, 45 hours to get a client, right? I gave you one software, $100 in my time. One video takes you 30 seconds. You just fill up your calendar just like that. I love stuff like that, man.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
like, it blows me away, even for me, on how, like, before we jump into the boat here, what do we want? Is there a better way to do it? Because we'll waste time.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, listen, Dave, Jay, it's been great talking with you. You've been great to be on the show. The WMTR Radio is all about the truth. Bob Bianchi, Dave Bruno, every Saturday at 10:30. Dave, where can they find the podcast?
Absolutely. NothingButTheTruthPodcast.com with the one-stop shop for both access to the podcasts, which is on Spotify and iTunes and Google Podcasts, as well as the video. Jay is now at his 3rd set or scene here as we're recording video.
Just jumping around like that's how you keep it, man. Engage.
Well, that gives us an opportunity to ask Jay. How do people find you, Jay?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So listen, if you're listening right now and you've connected with me and you're like, listen, Jay, I hear what you're saying. I definitely need to do something. Like, that you're hitting a wall, or maybe you just need a fresh set of eyes. I'm always willing to give someone a free strategy call. Like, if you're serious about growing the brand or business, if it's a fit, we talk. If it's not, don't worry. But like, make sure you're serious about actually wanting to grow. Just go on my website, aceofspadesagency.com, aceofspadesagency.com. You'll see me, testimonials, reviews. You'll see the whole thing. If you trust me enough to book in a call, then trust me enough to help you out.
And he promises not to steal your watch.
Yeah, right? I only steal women's hearts, but these days they're stealing mine in Miami, these Latin women.
Or your belt.
Yeah.
Jay, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Again, it's NothingButTheTruthPodcast.com for the videos, the podcasts. You could watch Jay in his various different backgrounds and check out his jacket too. Absolutely.
Thanks, Jay.
Amazing. Take care.
At the Bianchi Law Group, our team of former prosecutors and certified criminal trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and domestic violence cases. When you need a law firm with courage, compassion, and the commitment to fight for you, call the Bianchi Law Group today.